Hello, Shadowcat back with more Midnight Suns. And last time we were here, we immediately left on a mission to a Hydra base. We beat up a few, we beat up a lot of guys. More importantly though, we took their stuff. Don't actually know what their stuff is that we took, but we took their stuff. And then we came home. It's a pretty quick mission actually. We went out there, we did the job, we came home. That was it. And that was when we kind of realized that, yeah, we kind of are actually home. And we share that home. Long story short is that we came home and watched movies, which is what we were just doing here. It's why we're still here, actually. We talked to the caretaker, we discussed Agatha. I still don't know who Agatha is. What I do know is that apparently the dog is taking us to where she's presumably buried because she's dead. And, apparently Wanda killed her. So, not sure what to really make of that. Okay, and dog, you either have to run faster than me, or we need to just walk together. Or we could just be here. Huh, so that's who she is. Okay, what? You're dead. What is going on?
Agatha.
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, never ask that question, especially when you're talking about the Blood Gate. I don't even know what the Blood Gate is, and now you're saying what's the worst that can happen by opening the Blood Gate? This is why DC is better. Superman wouldn't put up with this. Touch the blood seal. Surely nothing bad will happen.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
That is something.
Oh, look. The Blood Gate has turned into a magical portal. It's the magical portal of blood. This is such a bad idea. Okay. Trial of the Elder Gods. Oshter. Alright. Sure. Let's go for it.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Okay. So, we're being tested.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Right. Okay, so I've got Whip Plus, and I've got regular Whip. Good to keep that in mind, I suppose. Okay, then. Time to get started. Charlie, you go right, I'll go left.
Now that was something.
Get another one.
Leave some for the rest of us.
And I'm going to get 2. I'm going to get that one, and pitch it that way. Bam!
You were too weak for this fight.
So, 2 of us, 8, 9, 10 of them, and we already have the advantage. Okay, maybe not 8 or 9. Maybe it's more like, well, killed 4, 5, 6 left. Nope, it was 10. Okay. Their turn then, I think. Well, actually, let's even the odds even further. Good job, Charlie, but that's 4 for me, 2 for you. But don't worry, let me even things up for you. And I've still got 1... No, I don't have any heroic points left. Alright, that's all I can do this time. Make the best of it. Say, stop
Compared
picking on
to
my
our
dog.
girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Oh, don't worry, I will. I need to move over here. Now I can slash. Oh, doesn't go far enough.
Your mother abandons you.
Well, in that case, we'll take this one out.
Feel my call.
Card play refunded, and now we can do this. That is not what I expected.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, And you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Well, that's actually pretty easy. We did good, right? We finished in 2 turns, so that should be good. I mean, I think we did good. We got 75 gloss. Still don't know what that means. Let's go back. Uh-huh. I beat the trial and the door broke. I'm not taking the blame for that. Huh. I don't see any stairs or ladders. Can I jump? No, I'm not allowed to jump. So, this is a one-way trip. The Moon Seal. An Elder artifact. And a journal page. Agatha was just as surprised as I when it happened. Those shrines out of the ground, the blood magic. You're not supposed to just walk right in there. But once again, well, here we are. She told me not to worry, but how can I not worry? Trying to gain the blessing of Oshtur without facing her trial? I didn't know what I was looking for, really, just some way I could help. Whatever. At least now I can get into Magic's room when she locks me out. I mean, on the one hand, locked doors are locked doors. On the other, though, sometimes you gotta go into the kids' room. Alright, let's put the Moon Seal in. Yes.
Well, this looks like it belongs to me.
Okay, Oshtar's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds which are locked by magical means. One of the things we could open the box back where I woke up.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Oshtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Barrier. Oh, that. So I'm supposed to ask Oshtur. Okay, knock knock. God says I can come in now. But how do I do that? Here? No, not here. How do I word a power? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. No? Alright, well, let's just keep trying things. Well, there's a map. Didn't know I had that. Photo mode? No, I don't want to take photos. That's my inventory, I think. Oh, and that's back to the same place. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. Is there something else in here that I need? Oh yeah, they definitely meant for this to be a one-way trip. They want you to go through that barrier. However, I don't have a word of power. I don't know how I'm supposed to get through here. Oh, wait, hold on. There's something. Open.
Oster smiles upon me.
Uh-huh. Box. Open the box.
Must not be her purview.
Lame.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Okay. Not bad. Hey, Charlie. Who gets good
You're
pets?
the best girl. You know that, right?
You get good pets. Always pet the dog. Doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter where you are, always pet the dog. It's a rule somewhere.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
I guess now is convenient. I was gonna go do
We
things.
still have so many more movies to show you, like 70s grindhouse flicks.
Okay, I don't have time for movies.
Super easy to hang out with.
What do you want, Dr. Spooky?
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
I get the feeling I've faced a lot worse things than mummy curses. However, nuking it from orbit seems an equally good idea.
We desperately need to get into this crate.
Alright, fine, let's crack the walnut.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
You know, I really hate to be that guy, but I'm kind of on Iron Man's team here. We should destroy anything that they're playing with.
I would be highly suspicious of anything that Hydra has had in its possession. My advice would be to do what Tony says. Destroy whatever is in there immediately.
With all due respect, Hunter, that would be short-sighted and foolish. For one thing, it's very, very hard to dispose of magical items. The repercussions are sometimes unexpected. Besides, I need all the magical items I can get.
And why is that?
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare.
Approach the anvil, Hunter. You're standing right there, too.
Found another artifact, Hunter?
All right, let's take a look.
Let's see what's inside. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Prophia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within.
It's a dagger. Can I stab somebody with it?
It's probably not the object of power you were hoping for.
Look, if I can stab somebody with it, I'll take it. It's got a nasty skull on it. I'm sure it does something. Alright, we got a research level. So now we have new available research. Alright, here's the XCOM thing coming in. So, supernatural fabrication. The weaving of magic and science is fine in theory, but in practice, well, there isn't much practice. However, if we work together, Tony and I might be able to fabricate some pretty useful items to help you in combat. Or...
Remind me again why you haven't digitized this stuff already? This is going to take way longer than it has to.
There's something to be said of the careful study that can only be achieved by examining the physical documents themselves.
Oh, so it's a Zen thing then? You become one with the old book and it shares its secrets with you?
Always quick to mock the things you don't understand.
Look, I'm
Oh,
on
no,
Tony's
I'm honestly
side.
interested this time. Maybe I can adapt your technique into something normal people can use.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Books don't come with Control F, therefore they are inferior. Alright, so, war games. Carol says we need to up our game to meet this new threat. As usual, she's right. But to do more in combat, we'll need to do more down here in the Forge. A self-learning AI workstation running endless combat situations might help me make better use of this coil stuff. I like it. We already have tools. Let's figure out how to better use them. Go ahead and start that research.
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
Oh, and also, we got a gamma
So,
coil up
how's
here.
the whole saving the world thing going? This never gets old. What do you think?
Let's take a look. We got a forceful knockback. Oh, that's charge. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I already got 2 of these, so I'm gonna take the new one. Works for me.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
It's always something.
You moving into the forge, Hunter?
What can I do for you?
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian sofa.
Okay, I'm actually pretty cool with this. Yeah, let's go with it.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Well, I mean, the last Spirit of Vengeance was 300 years ago. You never know. Things might have changed.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Maybe, actually.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest.
Whoa! No, never mind. He's right there. Hi.
The time for punishment is here.
You weren't kidding about the metal skull. Can I use this thing? Oh, I have to use this thing. Okay, daily sparring.
Like playing with fire, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this is just a friendly match, right? He's got dual sickles chained together. This is gonna get interesting. Okay, let's try it.
Maybe you should be the spirit of vengeance.
Wait, that's it? I don't actually have to do anything? I don't get to do anything?
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Well, that was lame. And there's nothing else I can do here.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Hey, Blade. You got arms and legs. Why don't you just go get a chair? Or sit in the weight bench over there. Choices are yours. Okay, what's going on?
Why, hello, Hunter.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. but we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There is no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Okay. I guess I'll find her.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Okay, then. Where do I find her?
If you've come to ask me where Magic is, the answer is, I don't know. She doesn't talk to me very much anymore. She blames me for Wanda. I fear if she doesn't let her go, it will cost us all. Go find her and talk some sense into her, will you? We don't have much time.
Right. Well, there's a lot of Abby that we need to go through, and that's only assuming we stick to the physical version. If we start getting into multiverses and parallel dimensions, the number of places that she could hide are infinite. However, I could probably start by asking around and see if some people know where she might be. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we will track down Magic, get her to open a portal, go to New York, beat up some more Hydra people, I assume, and I don't know, probably movie night again. I can't make any assumptions. So, if you want to see what happens next, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, that way you get notified of every video that comes out. If you know somebody else who's also into Marvel stuff, or just tactical games like this, or talkie games like this for that matter, share it with them. Otherwise, though, if you dislike me, leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below. I will see you next time for more Midnight Suns. And until then, take care.